So this one's to my 500 plus subscribers. Cheers to us, cheers to us, cheers to us. Thank you guys for being with me all along. Thank you a lot for your love, for your support, for your engagement on my videos. I appreciate it all, yeah. I know that I'm consistent, yeah, but I'm trying. Seriously, I'm trying. To everybody who has been with me from day one, I say thank you so much. Now we're heading to 1K subscribers, guys. So guys, today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys a story. It's story time. And what am I going to be talking about? As we all know, we are already in Ember month, and I had an experience sometime last week, and it brought memories of the experience I had years back. So I decided to share this story with you all today. So before I go into this video, I want to say this quickly. We are in Ember month already, yeah? This is where so many kind of stuff happen. You know, strange things happen. We hear of kidnappers, we hear of ritualists, we hear of scammers and all of that. I'm just going to say this quickly, guys. Be careful out there. These guys are everywhere. They don't get tired. Who gets tired of making money? That's their own way of making money. You know, they don't care if it's illegal. They don't care if they're hurting the other person. They just want to make money. So it's left for you out there to protect yourself. It's left for you out there to be careful. I mean, extra careful, especially regarding the story I want to talk about. They don't have guns with them, no. They're not going to take you to a bush and cut off your breast, no. They're going to talk to you. You guys are having a conversation. So you need to be careful. Not everybody that stops you on the road and asks for direction that you give answer to. Not every conversation in the bus, in the car, that you get yourself involved in. It's not your business. They're in the bus, they're talking, it doesn't concern you. Mind your business, really. If you know how to mind your business, believe you me, you're not going to fall prey to these people, because that's the only way they get their victims. And it's only a few people that escape, you know. It's only a few people that do not fall victim totally. So you guys need to be really careful out there. I've heard stories of where someone went to borrow money and all of that to give to these people. You know, I've heard stories of where someone sold property to give to these people. And there are stories and stories like that. If you've not had this experience, then you're not in Lagos. You've not lived in Lagos. At least in one way or the other, you must have heard about them in the bus or something. They are everywhere. And right now, they are out again. This is their time. So you all should be careful and stay safe out there. On my way to Yaba, I was going from Montreal, but I didn't go with the bus. I was on my way to Yaba. So this young man stopped me and was like, "Excuse me, lady, I'm going to," he mentioned the street that I have never heard of before. And I stopped. Guys, you won't believe the moment I stopped to answer this man. I reversed, I turned back towards Ojuelegba. Like, I started going with them. I didn't know when, I didn't know how it happened, but I just found myself walking back to Ojuelegba, and we started talking. He's kind of lost his way, and he has some money he needs to change and all of that. He thinks he can trust me. That's why he wants me to help him. While he was having that conversation with me, someone else joined, and you know, we became three all of a sudden. And before I knew what was happening, we were already at Yaba, Ojuelegba bus stop, where you get bus. If you know Ojuelegba very well, where you get bus to Lawansin, that bus stop, that was where I found myself, and we got a bus to Lawansin. And this guy started talking that they have the chemical, they want to change money, they want to do this. If you've had this experience, you would know what I'm talking about. I was just listening to them. I was naive then, yeah. That was like my first experience. Like I said, it happened years back. I was much younger, so I didn't really know there were scammers and all that because I was all dressed up and all that. They think they've seen some rich kid. So when we got to Jalagba, yeah, we got a bus to Lawansi. Then we alighted at Bako bus stop. The moment we got to Bako bus stop, I remember vividly, I called my sister on the phone and I was like, I'm with some guys, yeah? And presently we are at Bako bus stop, but I do not know where they are taking me to. That was the information I gave to her. So when we got to Bako, we started walking down. It took me to this place where there were no houses and, you know, there was nobody. Even if I screamed, nobody was going to hear me. But I don't know why I was not scared. That's the thing. I was not scared. I didn't panic. I was like, oh, in my mind, I was praying. But while I was praying, I was like, these people think they can take money from me. You know, at that point, I started figuring out they were scammers. So we got to the place they were going to. There was this open field and they had this building like a hut in the middle. So we went inside. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. When we got to Paco, somebody else joined us. A lady joined us, so we became 4. So we had this hut. Then we all went inside the hut, and they were like, they don't trust anybody. The guy that asked me for direction was like, doesn't trust anybody, and we're going to have to take an oath. So he brought out the chemical. He brought out the paper. He poured the chemical in a bowl, and he dipped the paper into the chemical, and it became $1. Yeah, $1 note. And I was like, wow, look at money. Guys, the moment I saw that $1 note, I was already calculating what to do with my own share. Like, I was already calculating in my head. I was going to do this, I was going to do that. I've not seen money. Money has entered my hand, but I was imagining things. So they said they don't have enough chemical. They need to get chemicals and all of that, so that when they change the money, we can all share the money equally and all that. I was like, okay, fine. So how much does this chemical cost? Because I don't have enough on me. They mentioned the amount of the chemical, and I was like, oh, I don't have up to that. You know, what I have like is 500 naira, and what I had with me then was 1.5, because I was going to the bank to deposit money for my sister. What I had with me was 1.5, so I told them it was 500 naira I have with me. So while we were in the hut and you know, figuring out what to do, how to raise money, the guy started asking the 3 of us, okay, how much do you have? How much do you have? How much do you have? And everybody started mentioning the amounts they had with them. You know, while we were doing all that, someone else came in. He was dressed in a native attire. You know, he had some funny stuff with him. Guess what, guys? He is the herbalist. Remember I told you that he said that we're going to take an oath because he doesn't trust anybody there, and he doesn't want to get scammed. A scammer, we don't want to get scammed.
Not be juju be
He doesn't
that.
want to get scammed. He doesn't want to get duped. So we have to take an oath, and the oath meaning that we're not going to betray anybody. We're not going to say whatever is happening in there. We're not going to say it outside. It's just going to be between everybody there. And for that reason, we're going to take an oath. And this man stepped in, and he brought out some stuff and was like, okay, for us to be sure that we're not going to say this out, we're going to have to drink this water. Guys, I drank the water. I drank it, and after that, they were like, okay, fine, they are rest assured that everybody here is together, yeah? We're not going to betray each other and all that. In my mind, I was like, can you guys just do what you have to do? After I made the call to my sister at Paco, I hid my phone. Yes, I hid my phone. When we got into the hut and when everybody started mentioning the amount they had, I told them that all I have with me is just 500 naira. And they were like, my father there's a place at home where my father keeps money. I have to go home to get the money. And I was like, what are these guys talking about, How do they know my father kept money in this place? Like, I mean, they were correct. That's the truth. They were correct about that information. So I was like, okay, fine, I'm going to go home and get the money so we can get the chemical and change this, change this paper, and my life is made. I'm gonna become this, I'm going to do that, and and start living my dream life. Just can't wait. I just couldn't wait. So they asked me to drop my 500 naira. I was like, what am I going to use to go? That was the only money I have with me, and I'm still going to Native Fair. So I still have that 500 naira with me. So one of them, he walked me out of that, he walked me back out to Paco bus stop. The moment we got to Paco bus stop, he wrote out a number to me in a sheet of paper, and he was like, okay, you know what, when you get home, you're going to go straight into your bedroom, you're going to raise up the bed, that's where your dad kept the money. You're going to get the money from there. And I was like, okay. And the moment you get the money, he was still talking. The moment you get the money, call this number. I am going to come and pick you up. That was all he said to me. I was like, okay, fine, thank you. So we got to Paco, he put me in a bus, and he went back. And then I called my sister. I was like, oh, I'm on my way back, and I'm coming to get some money. Not knowing that she's already informed my siblings and my mom. And before I got home, they were all seated. They were waiting for me. They want to come and see. They want to see the magic. They want to see the magic that I was going to perform. So the moment I got home, I didn't even talk to anybody. That was the thing. I didn't say a word to anybody. The moment I got home, I was just trying to search around for money. I was looking for money, and lo and behold, the next thing I heard on my face was, that was when my eyes became cleared. I came back to reality. Muji, I sat down. I couldn't talk. I didn't say anything. But after I got that from my face, I sat down. They were asking me what happened. I told them that I explained everything to them. And right now, I'm coming to get money at a particular place, so I can go back to these people. They were like, okay, I should give them the number that was given to me. So I brought out the number, I gave it to them. They called this number and it wasn't reaching. The number did not connect. I guess they must have felt something must have happened, but the number just wasn't connecting. I also tried the number severally, it wasn't connecting. Guys, that was how I escaped from those people. That was just it. Okay, now let's imagine I had a large amount of money with me that day. I had an expensive gadget. I was wearing original, stuff and accessories and all of that. What would have happened? What would these people have done to me? Okay, now let's imagine there was nobody at home when I got home, and my father had a huge amount of money as described by these people. What would have happened? Well, I thank God I didn't fall prey to those people. Okay, maybe I almost did, but eventually I didn't. That was it. And since then, if you stop me on the road, it's hello sister, excuse, the way I will look at you from up to down, honey sister, who is your sister? I won't even say it because I got to understand that the moment you answer them, you don't need to give them a reply. The moment you give them a reply, that's it. You're done. You're done. So you don't need to give them a reply. Since I had that experience, whenever I'm walking on the road and you stop me, I'm going to listen to you. But I will not give you a reply if it's not necessary. When you come to me telling me you're going to Agbaja Street, you're going to Yalamala Junction, you're going to, especially a name I have never heard before, I'm wising up. So that was it. That was my experience with these people. And I am very sure and very certain people that they've not heard of it, they've not had the experience. When they hear things like this, they fall victim immediately. So you all have to be very, very careful. And they're everywhere, in your bus, in the bus stop, on the street, in the market, they're everywhere. So just be careful. Someone stops you on the road. I'm not asking you not to stop and listen. You want to have a conversation, you begin to have a conversation with them. That's it. So guys, that's it for today's story. Let me know what you guys, let me know if you've had a share of experience. Please drop them in the comment section. How was it like? Did you eventually fall victim? Were you scammed? You know, did you take your father's money to them? Did you take your mother's money to them? Did you borrow money to give to them? Whatever it is, I'd love to hear it. Yeah. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you enjoy watching this, let me know in the comment section below. If you're watching and you're yet to subscribe, what are you waiting for? Kindly click the subscribe button, like this video, please share and leave me a comment. So I'm going to see you guys next time with another interesting video. Bye.